And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta. We're going to confirm assignments here. Oh, got one of our guys doesn't accept job. Let's get her a job quickly, and then we will confirm assignments and get back to advancing time. We got plans in motion to sort of rapidly get back into supreme control of both Mercury and Earth orbits. And in the long run, that's going to be plans to actually get back into control of Mars as well. Although that's a little less
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
European decolonization. Again, not one we're really that interested in. We're looking for more like India or China versions of that.
Complete.
And there comes a bunch of the labs we built in the last one, so we should be researching much faster.
The LZ is secure.
Mission is a no-go.
Oh, we actually had them both attacking the same target. So we got cleared in the middle. Lost control of Djibouti. Okay, we'll try to take control of Djibouti, get back again.
We're in control here.
We now have full control over Somaliland, although Somaliland apparently is in a war. Requirements for alliance with Libya fail. Okay, I'm not sure why. We'll come back to that. It's not a rush. Oh, because I can't have it while Somalia and Somaliland. Because one's a breakaway and the other one. That explains it. That explains it. Okay. So in the meantime, you're gonna go and purge.
Terminating the opposition. Ready to go.
You're going to be cleaning Xenofauna up.
Going in hot.
At your
You're
service.
going to be crackdowning.
Going after their people.
You're going to be politely asking for a war to end.
Time to make our move.
That may or may not succeed. Then everything else I think is going well. Farm assignments, let time pass. Up to 4.6 thousand
Lending my expertise.
I think we had a breakthrough.
I think that's enough inspires. Space Navy Academy is complete. Let's start working on the colony mining complex. Here we go. So that's more of the Earth fleet forming up. Up to 8 of 10. That also means it's time to probably start contemplating the refit. So ship class, these MC2 ships, we want to upgrade them for specifically enough range to get to Mars. So example transfer, Earth origin, medium Earth orbit to Mars. Do you want to go low Mars or do you want to go high Mars? I think we'll go high Mars. Okay, so technically I have enough. With the minimum design specs here, I have enough. That wasn't what I was intending. I was intending on upgrading the design with more fuel. But that's a good thing to know. We have enough to make that transit. I was thinking of giving it 30, which would shave off 8 weeks. Yeah, 16 weeks doesn't sound too bad. This is just doubling the fuel as well, so it should be a very quick refit. And then we have one of the colony ships come rendezvous with this to build a platform. Yeah, save design. And then we're going to start refitting. It's not exactly 0 because it has some number of hours it's going to take for this. But... And then refitting the block 1s effectively are taking a little bit more time, but still. There we go. So within 4 days, we're expecting the entire fleet to be refitted. So not bad.
We lost their trail.
The crackdown failed. Okay, so the purge is probably going to fail then.
Laying the ground.
24%. Yeah, don't take the 24%. We're not that desperate to have control of the booty.
Aborted.
Criminal failures. Firebombed or assassinated. Agree to smuggling. Remove an inconvenient, or agree to daring heist to steal something very valuable. Okay, so failure regardlessly is going to be detainment. We'll go for the one that has the chance to get 10 exotics. We actually got the 10 exotics. Nice.
Mission complete.
Seek peace. 0% chance they're going to say yes, and they do in fact not say yes.
By the numbers.
There's the last shipyard at Mercury. There we go, Foxtrot 311 now has the 15 of those, and we're going to have them transit to extreme Mars orbit. They will arrive in 16.22 weeks.
Where do you need me? Turning up the heat.
Ready for orders. We're taking power.
Okay.
What's
You
the
back to public campaigning in the EU.
We must persuade the people.
Ready. Heading to the LZ.
Okay, we're running 27th of January vacation there. Coming up on the army, 1740. Okay, so we need a little bit more. A little bit more. Arm assignments, let time pass. Oh, before I forget
My
to get
expertise.
one of these guys. Need vision outpost. Is that you? Well, you... No, you wouldn't work because you're solar. Do you repair and resupply anyway? You're solar. Oh, of course, the solar ones, we only had 2 that got refit, right? So only 2 of them are available. I'm going to quickly refit one of these guys. Refit you. To the fission platform. 2 guys. Okay. Now we want you to rebase to Mars, stream Mars orbit. Yeah, save like 6 Delta V so we can get the fleets to merge. You'll arrive in 18 weeks. Oh. Whoops. This is the Mercury orbiter. Wait, no, this is Mercury orbiter. Yeah, that was a Mercury orbiter. That isn't gonna do me anything. Need to get you to Mars. Sent the wrong one. It's fine. Mildly annoying, but fine. Stream Earth orbit. In fact, actually, you can't get there so fast that you... Yeah, you'll be there in 20 weeks.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
The control is vulnerable now.
Crackdown successful. Good. They're going for Chakuma Station. Chakuma Station. Which one is that? Earth orbit, obviously. Okay. Double LDA against 2 aliens. Let's accept. I'm gonna watch to see how this handles the 2 aliens. So this is 2 alien frigates with an enhanced alien light mag cannon and a plasma battery. Against our LDAs, which are running, I think these are medium infrared laser batteries, the Mark III railgun battery, and point defense turret. So I'm not actually sure if we'd auto-resolved with the aliens, I would have won, but I'm not sure if in the manual combat here if the aliens are going to win. There's a plasma opening up. There's the rail cannon opening. We actually outrange their mag. So it's only 1, obviously they have enough PD to stop the 1, but can they stop the 2? Ah, we don't have enough to stop theirs. That's a different problem. Yeah, they got enough. They got a high enough rate of fire. They win. You gotta get that PD well improved. Well, the PD is gonna be enough. Yep, the aliens win.
One cannot simply squeeze a balloon into a tin can without one or the other bursting, which itself depends upon which you make stronger and which you make weaker. Chancellor Li Jingzao, interview for A History of Space Travel, BBC Radio 4.
Okay, so this is the first time we're in control in a long while, so we get to pick something different. Advanced missile warfare would be nice. This would be the next tier in the missiles, although it's not going to be long, and we're going to want to transfer away from missiles. Coil guns. Really, we need to get to Mark II coil guns before we're going to do coil guns, but obviously we need to do Mark 1s before we can do Mark 2s. Diamondoids is adamantine armor. Space tourism is the upgraded space berth. We need visible combat lasers for battle stations. I suppose there is an argument to do visible combat lasers. This is an improvement on all the defenses, basically. The alternative, of course, is going for just raw armor. Let's check. Full tech tree, diamondoids. Is that all we need for adamantine armor? It's all we're missing for adamantine armor. Okay. It's also required for ultra-cold neutron containment. And it's all we're missing for that as well. This is what we need for the Spinal Lance, although the Spinal Lance will need advanced vision systems. Okay. Diamondoids is a cheaper tech. We're going to do diamondoids. If we keep control of that and finish that before we finish Mission to the Outer Planets, we'll follow that up with visible lasers. Whichever one we get done next is going to be visible lasers. Next choice we're going to pick is visible lasers. That's what I'm going to do.
Target destroyed.
Target secured.
Our people have taken control.
Okay, whatever I want, I'm doing 286. 286 is the complement one. Join 327. That's the 4 of them. Oh, and one at Earth. There we go. Okay, so the Earth fleet is together. Do I splurge and try to build some battleships before we get Mars? No. However, there is an argument to build some troop transports. Let's design some troop transports. Might as well build it on the escort platform. Yeah, might as well build it on the escort platform. Troop carrier. Drive. Quartz. Burner. Modern radiator. Utility module. Troop. So, marine assault and targeting, so the torpedoes actually work. And then hull. Torpedoes. Armor. We'll give it some armor, and this is actually going to be tanky enough. I can give it like 10 armor. And yeah, but we actually worked out this could fly to Mars. So, burner drive. Yeah, there's a reason people use the burner drive as the go-to. for the drive sometimes. Works really well on the MC1 ships. It's a little weak for the MC2 ships, which is why I use the light bulb for that. But for the ones, it works. And this is an example of a functional 1 design. Save design, yeah. And we're going to get 5 of those at Earth orbit. Ship construction, Earth orbit. The Howitzer class, troop transport. So in 26 days, we can just start. Any place that doesn't have a defensive battery, we can take over. A large foreign donor who prefers to remain anonymous has pledged to provide funds to aid the development of Somaliland. Regardless of the aid's provenance, we certainly don't intend to say no to free assistance. Plus 3% GDP, 2% but gain some knowledge, 2% but gain some welfare, or 2% but gain some environment priorities. Let's just dump that all into the GDP. There we go. And we're gonna have one of you
Reporting in.
set national policy in Somaliland, declare
On
its
my way to
independence.
the capital.
At your service.
Because yeah, at this point we're thinking Somaliland's actually gonna fall to China, so we're gonna get its independence before, or get Somaliland's independence from Somalia before that happens. Didn't lose any points, right? I think we just got some crackdown. Or crackdown. Yeah, the only point is the one we lost in Somaliland or Somalia, but we're gonna lose control of that when it gets food or when it gets taken over the army anyway. I think we're just gonna public campaign with you a bit. We're waiting on that cooldown here, right? Utria 28th of August, so more than a month and a half.
Making our case.
Where to?
Okay. So we're getting Dominoids, we're in control there, that's good to see. Working on mission to the inner planets, we're in control there, okay. They're both looking pretty late in next year. April, okay, that's before the first half of the year, but still later than we'd like. Confirm assignments, let time pass.
Lending my expertise.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
The people will come to our side.
We are winning their hearts and minds.
Policy direction complete.
Declare independence from Somalia. Somaliland, under the control of Humanity First, has declared independence from Somalia. It now functions as a fully autonomous region. In response, Somalia has declared war on Somaliland.
Score 1 for the good guys.
There's the mining complex. That'll be useful once we start retaking locations.
Where do you need me?
Can I have you do that again? To ask to end the war. Oh, no, the war hasn't been going on long enough for me to end the war. Okay. Or it didn't actually put them at the end of the state of war? Destination of peace. Yeah, didn't put them in a state of war. That's fine. Okay, that works for me. That works for me. Let's try to reduce the insurgency in Somaliland.
We'll make things safe.
Oh, and that's 28th of August next year. Like, that's a long time out. Okay. I'm thinking, yeah, let's go to wait till August. No, August next year. Be a long time out.
Lending my expertise.
Order is returning.
We've moved the needle.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Our case remains unheard.
You don't have enough influence in that. Spent a great deal of time and effort to find a comfortable middle ground. Personality clash. Okay. So someone doesn't like someone. Okay, let's do that one. I'll send someone to inspire them.
By the numbers.
Ship launched. Here we go. So if I wanted to, it could now be time to begin the Reign of Terror, as we show off our great and supreme naval power. In fact, I already know where we're going to go first. You're defenseless. Being defenseless, but being a ring corps, you are incredibly threatening. Because I know what your grand plan is, and I don't want that happening. Please go take acquisition of Cyprus the Great Station. 1.1 hours. Send in the Marines. Send in the Marines. 3.1 day. Here we go. They're taking over the station. Yeah, we're gonna have to defend the station, but that's fine. Solar farm, an actual farm, and we need a not a PDA. Well, PDA isn't a bad plan. LDA. And space dock so we can refuel. So I think Xenoscience is going to be the first one that warrants having a full Tier 3 setup in Earth orbit. Well, that's the Tier 2. Be sure I researched the tier. There's the Tier 3. 1, 2, 3, and enough solar to make it work. One admin node. One better than admin node, to be fair, but I haven't researched better than admin node. It's not a high priority. Yeah, so that's the minimum we want up there for the moment. The LDA is going to get upgraded when it's available. The farm will get upgraded when it's available. That'll probably all need more power, so maybe an argument to shove another solar farm in it. Yeah, we can shove an operation center up here. Shove an operation center and solar farm to power it. So 162 surplus power. Skunk works. Skunk works. And I think for the short run, let's shove in here orders. Develop the empty space. The quarters will provide us decent money and influence in the short run, and the tier ones are specifically good for the quarters. At some point we might replace them with something else, but that will work for the moment. And these guys will be camped out here to keep other factions from taking it until the LDA is up. And then we'll move on to the next target. Rinse and repeat until all of Earth orbit is ours. There's actually surprisingly not a lot in Earth orbit. Yep, we'll chase it all out one spot at a time. And then once we've cleared Earth orbit, we can just plaster it with boost. All the Leo spots. There's 18 Leo spots. We only have 8 types of labs, so each lab type is just going to get its own station. The rest we're probably going to turn into other things that are going to be less important to be in Leo. But part of that's also to keep other people out of Leo. Like, Protectorate is not having Leo. We're not having a repeat of the last run, initiative run, where the Protectorate got their final goal and started doing things, unapproved things. We're not letting that happen again. Not happening again. Now we have combat astronauts, so we can invest in that. Oh, and that takes a little bit of XP. Okay, so should go around and hand that out where possible, or where it makes sense. Do you need Iris Services Group? I don't think you do. Yeah, you don't need Iris Service Group. We'll want someone to have that one, but not you. Wait, did I give you Combat Astronaut already? No, why is it not on the list? Assault alien space asset. Okay. So we do that there. I don't think you need Evergreen. Take Evergreen off of you. I didn't need those, but I was checking to make sure it wasn't hidden behind something, and apparently it isn't. So actually, you do need that command because we don't have... You can't get Combat Astronaut for whatever reason. So yeah, let's shove that back on you. Oh, and I can give you more command and take things off, put other things on you. we'll do that. Don't need Jolt. Are you getting useful missions from 3rd or 7th? You are from 7th and not from 3rd. Take 3rd off. Okay, that leaves you with 4 spaces and full command. Let me just give you a bunch of investigate. And you still have an open spot. Could even give you more investigate, which you don't need. Although investigate wouldn't hurt, but basically give you passive detection on people near you. Hold off on assigning something there. Augment, you can get combat astronaut, so go ahead and grab it. You actually need your espionage. Although I could take the mining off of you and put you government. You're not in government. So you could take Jolt and Evergreen. Oh, do you need that public campaign? Are you actively public campaigning? You actively need that org for public campaigning. Okay. And then you can be augmented with Combat Engineer, or Combat Astronaut. Obviously, you, being a criminal, can't have any government orgs. For some reason, those don't mix. Very odd reason those... Well, those don't mix because it's a little OP if you could have both. I suppose one could imagine a scenario where you could have both IRL, but in-game, it limits you to one or the other. You can't have both. And then you're a criminal, yeah. I think I have 2 governments. You're also government. You also don't need more command. So yeah, we'll just have these guys on the bench, it'll be fine. And we went all the way around. We went all around. Okay, so you're gonna be able to spend these points. Command is probably where to... Or no, espionage. Let's get you maximally hidden, and then we'll work on command.
Where to?
So that's basically 55, 60. Okay, so we don't need them to invest in... When do you take my Ethiopia point back? Okay.
Standing by for orders. Targeting the opposition.
I'm here.
Take my Ethiopia
Tracking
point
down.
back.
Standing by for orders.
But yeah, we're very rapidly going to be not needing that military anymore, so we'll take the military off, swap to funding maximization and welfare. And then yeah, we don't need the military over here either. So go to welfare. The reason is because we want to get the inequality as low as possible if we do the merger, because once they merge, it's going to be harder for them to stay high equality is probably a good way to describe that. We don't need this in here anymore, so I go to welfare. Yeah, those are the ones we're going to be working trying to get put together. Okay, put those 3 together, and then the rest are, well, they don't need army anymore. Focus funding, unless you can do mission control. Okay. Remember assignments, let time pass.
Lending my expertise.
No, those
We have
Mercury
neutralized their
locations
key people.
would definitely benefit from having green lasers, visible lasers. Because the ground bases auto upgrade the moment you get the global, and they only use lasers. Crackdown mission successful in Ethiopia. Okay, so we should be able
Things
to
are
get that point
cooling
back
off.
real quickly.
The people will come to our side.
Halfway done with Mercury.
The LZ is secure.
Our associates are now in charge.
Yeah, that's why I stopped caring about Somaliland, because I realized that the Chinese were about to flip them. Now that ends the war, so now if I want to do Somaliland, now is the time to do it. American Liberation Movement. Again, America's small enough we can usually don't need to do that. The big ones I'm looking for is China 80. Those are the only although those might be Dissolution Empire, not independence movements.
Removing our enemies.
Ready.
Standing by.
I just remembered we were going to inspire you.
I'll make sure they're on our
Let's do
side.
that. Confirm assignments, let time pass.
Lending my expertise.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
Slush hydrogen tanks we'll want. If we're running the sort of drives that benefit from that, we want it. And we're still in the phase where we're using that sort of drive.
Things are stabilizing.
Targets got away.
Ooh, no luck on the crackdown. It's because they defended and the purge is down to 23. Okay.
Target secured.
Okay, one more ship to build at Mercury. We're going to do the same thing we did at Mercury that we did at Earth. We're going to get some of those troop transports. Escort-sized troop transports, the howitzers. I don't think Mercury needs as many, so we'll do like 4 there.
Our associates were unable to take control. Ready.
Okay, purge again.
Targeting the opposition.
Crackdown again.
Ready to go.
This time invest more influence.
Targeting their key
We're
people.
good enough at it that they can't
Standing
keep us
by for
out.
orders.
They can only delay the inevitable.
We're going in.
Ready for orders.
Confirm assignments, let time pass.
Lending my expertise.
I think we had a breakthrough.
Let's do that one more time.
Violence is abating.
We have hurt down their tunnels.
Crackdown was successful.
By the numbers.
We've removed some threats.
Okay, Cyrus the Great... Actually, to be fair, Cyrus the Great doesn't do anything until we have the solar panels. Right. Until we see the solar farms have been completed, which is 13th of January, this station is defenseless, effectively. Does nothing, does no defense. We have a small garrison there just to protect the place, but...
Where do you need me? We must persuade the people.
At your service.
Oh yeah, you can see. I think the Protectorate has been investing in their defend game. Protectorate can
I will
defend
try to sway
real
the
strong.
public.
We do have the ability to invest enough that if we wanted to push that, we could, but public campaigning is cheaper. More time-consuming, but cheaper. We're not in that much of a rush. In fact, we're waiting on cooldowns for things, right? So, Tria... Oh, I can do a bunch of federations. Let's do the federations instead.
Standing by.
Is that national policy?
Time to make our move.
That
Where
national
to?
policy.
On my way to the capital.
Somaliland, South Sudan. There. Oh, and Central African Republic. So we've actually got 3.
Your orders?
Let's do all 3.
Time to make our move.
Lending my expertise.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
Then flowering. We're going to pay the influence, get the science, even though it's going to increase the spread a bit.
Policy direction complete.
Federate. Central African Republic. So come July
Mission
27th,
complete.
we'll be able to begin unification there. It's going to be the same here. 28th of July there.
Mission complete.
And then the last one, South Sudan.
Score 1 for the good guys.
Okay, we'll have to take that back. There's a little bit too much value in the boost in Singapore for someone else to hold it. That's probably also why they took it from us. Let's not beat around the bush. Yeah, it's not
Reporting in.
completely dumb.
Targeting their center of power.
Ready to go. We're taking power.
Acknowledged. Making our case.
At your service. Going in hot.
Yeah, so we're waiting on cooldown for you, which ends 27th of January, so it's 3 cycles out. On the 4th cycle, we can do the unification there. That'll give us an army and put them real close to having a second.
Lending my expertise.
Foxtrot 311 has arrived at Extreme Mars orbit. Now we're but waiting for the colony ship to complete its transit. And, yeah, so I sent the one for Mercury, which was not what I intended to do. 37.7 days out, and we'll start building a Martian base, Martian orbiter
The
base,
control is vulnerable
from which
now.
to take over the system. Crack down, mission successful. We will soon
Public
be back in
opinion is
Singapore.
moving in our direction.
Multiple people have reached the same point. And there's our Argus complex researched. Okay, let's do crisis diplomacy so we can actually unify places quicker. Probably should have done that sooner.
The LZ is secure.
By the number.
We're in control here.
Taking our Singapore point back. We're back in control. Okay, lost the Aristocracy point. That's fine, it's easy enough to take back.
Terminating the opposition.
Standing by for orders. Applying pressure on their people.
Ready to go. We're going in.
Okay. And I think we'll confirm assignments, let some time pass. I might try to get to the point where we
Lending
actually
my
got that
expertise.
platform in Mars before when this
Maybe
part
you've
to
seen the
close.
films. Sadistic drill instructors demanding the impossible of poor, good-hearted men. You think it's inhumane. You think it won't be like that here. But by God it will. Because even one weak link gets everyone killed. Colonel Hans Castillo, training video taken in Nicaragua.
Okay. So, we sadly did not invest the most in Diamondoids, so we lost control. The initiative did, they picked electrostatic plasma confinement, which is one of the techs for one of the fusion methods. Don't remember if that's actually one of the ones we want. It probably isn't, really. Although, we can get any of the fusions. One fusion drive, one basic fusion drive, and we'll be fine. We don't necessarily need the right tier 1 fusion drive. Yep, that's that one. We're going to invest slowly in that one so it progresses. Work on mission to the outer planets. That'll be done in June, so we're locked in on that one. When this one's done, it's going to provide us access to 6 more mines. Because of all the setbacks, we're nowhere near our limit, but 6 more. We'll actually want that when we take Mars back over. Because otherwise we're going to have to turn stuff off on Mars when we take Mars over. Take all of Mars over. But yeah, we're going to have this choice. The answer for what we're doing is visible lasers. We're doing visible. Visible for battle stations, for green. All the good stuff. Yeah. Obviously, required for ultraviolet combat lasers. And then we were thinking about doing neutron stuff back before everything went to poo. Now that we've bounced back from that state, we could potentially try to go for it again. Neutron. We've done neutronics, we've done diamondoids. Spinal neutron lance requires advanced fission systems. So after the visible lasers, do advanced fission systems here. Which gets us the Poseidon Lantern. That is a drive we could try to run. And then is obviously the last, I think the last requirement we have for Spinal Neutron Lance that isn't a project. Oh, I have to do the... Oh no, that follows up to the Neutron Spectre. Okay. So yeah, Ultra Cold, Neutron Containment... I think that's unlocked. I think we just have to research it. I think that's in our availables. Or has it unlocked? It hasn't unlocked. Has a 100% chance to unlock. So I'm surprised it hasn't. Yeah, whatever reason, hasn't. Not gonna worry too much about it for the moment. Oh, alien fleet launches to low Mercury orbit. Well, it might not be coming for us. It's probably coming for us. For low Earth orbit, again, might not be coming for us. Probably coming for us. We're kind of ascendant at the moment. Adamantine armor. Oh, yes. That's getting prioritized. That's far more important than crisis diplomacy. Mostly volatiles, but it's got a little bit of metal, a little bit of noble. Advanced diamondoids promise robust protection against kinetic weapons. Also very weight evasion protection against lasers, unless you're talking about the exotic costs. Right, those exotic ones that are more effective. Okay, so here we go. We got 5 Spaceworks here. I technically don't need this nanofactory here. There's an argument to get rid of the nanofactory. Because we have the manufacturing complex, which is all we really want. I'm not sure what we'll do with that spot for the moment, so we'll leave it as is. But yeah, this is looking functional. We have... Oh, actually, I only have enough food for 18. That's what we'll do with the spot for the moment. We'll replace it with a farm. There we go. With that done, we'll have enough to feed everyone, so we won't be paying any more in volatiles for crew upkeep. But yeah, now as long as the aliens don't blow up both manufacturing complexes in Mercury, we'll be able to bounce back.
We have neutralized their key people.
Successful crackdown in Somaliland.
The people will come to our side.
We're gonna have you rally with the closer fleet.
Target destroyed.
I don't think this is the solar one. I think that's this one. Or no, that's... The solar one has arrived, the fission one hasn't. The fission one is the one we need. So yeah, this doesn't change anything as of yet. Although we're not far off.
We are in control now.
Okay, not... Actually, nope. The defenses are online. Power is supplied. Yeah, the Xenoscience Institutes aren't online, and the Operations Center isn't online. Most important thing is our protecting fleet can now move to the next target. which is Sargon. Protectorate is Protectorate is not allowed. Nope. You're not allowed. Okay, so this is only tier 2. It's not even built yet. But yeah, as it's not tier 3, we're going to focus mostly on like the basics of defense. So an LDA, farm, space dock. We need power to power the thing, so that's a solar array. 2 solar arrays. Might as well do the operation center, so add a couple more solar arrays. Yeah, we'll just call that good for the moment. And these guys will camp out there and protect that location. Until we get our defense
Standing by for orders.
Next cycle's the unification. 27th of January, yeah. Well, not next cycle. Oh, no, the next cycle. Next cycle can sign it.
We'll make our appeal.
Oh, let's direct invest up that mission control. Oops. Clicked out the window, so the window disappeared. I meant to do. Yep.
Ready for orders.
Actually, we can do defense on you. Let's try to defend Ethiopia.
Making things safe for our people.
Ready for orders.
To defend on...
Securing our interests.
Make sure those stay fully under control to not delay anything.
Lending my expertise.
Securing our control.
Protecting our interests.
Glacier collapse. Bit of a shame.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Target secured.
There you are. A rally with 3-1-1. Having 1.25 days. Ultracon neutron containment. We'll need that for the neutronium spiker and for our neutron lance. Okay, join with 3-1-1 and found the fission platform. And the fission platform needs a point defense array. It's also going to need the fission file as well for the next tier, but we'll throw it in there. Speed up the construction a little bit. There's alien robotics completed. Have gained limited comprehension of the visitors' computers. We have since been able to discern their function, if not yet their operation of the robotics. These have proven significantly more straightforward to understand than were the computers. The purpose is relatively familiar: maintenance and construction. Yeah. Yeah, after that we'll go back to crisis diplomacy.
Where do you need me?
I'm here.
Okay.
Where to?
It's gonna have you assault some alien growths.
Taking it to them.
Ready.
Oh, actually, I should have you do a... Well, you could do the purge, but no, you're gonna do the crackdown. Crackdown there.
Turning up the heat.
Acknowledged. Removing our enemies.
What's the
Set national policy, which will allow us to do the unification here.
heading
Set
to
that
the
policy.
capital?
And I think this is a good place to take our part break. So, in Mercury orbit, we've got... Oh, the Mercury fleet's ready. So, in Mercury, we're ready to begin the descent and acquisition of the entire Mercury system. Much like we're trying to drive the Protectorate slowly out of Earth orbit, we're working... Or we'll do the same, basically, Mercury. Mercury is mostly pro-human factions, so we're not... Other than the fact that these guys were annoying and drove us out of the system, we don't necessarily need to worry as much about Mercury. Earth, we want to drive all the opposition out of Earth. We'll leave the Resistance in here because we still have our non-aggression back with the Resistance. Mars... once we're functional in Mars, we're basically gonna wash the system as well in Mars. So yeah, things are going well. Let's see what we know about the other factions. So this is the state of the other factions' resources. Right now, the big winner in space outside of us is the Initiative, followed by the Academy. Exodus is coming in 4th. Maybe not surprising we're out doing the Protectorate and the Servants. A little bit surprised the Resistance is so far back. And then Relations, this is what the Relations are. We have that non-aggression pact with the Resistance, which is why we've been avoiding them. Oh, the Initiative has a non-aggression pact with the Resistance as well. Yeah, so that's how they can't... Okay. So, the Resistance isn't doing very well, but the Resistance is really only fighting the pro-alien faction. The extremely pro-alien factions. They're in tolerance or non-aggression back to everyone else. We're at war with everyone who is not the Resistance, which is why we're gonna not do stuff to the Resistance. We have other priorities. But yeah, that's also why we need to just basically kick everyone else out. End of stream. We're up to, well, we got 9.4 billion people still on Earth, 40,000 in space. GDP is that number. A lot of our places are actually well above the per capita GDP, with the exception of the 2 African groups. Although we'll try to get the graphic groups up there. And then we haven't done anything to stop global climate change, so it's getting, as you might imagine, worse. It is not getting better, it is getting worse. Although not necessarily getting worse at a worrisome level, worrisome rate, just getting worse. And yeah, that's the state of affairs. We're almost certainly well outdone in space. Collectively, we're at 700. We know what was the Initiative was ahead of us, so we actually outship the Initiative right now. And same thing with the Academy. So we've got more ships, which maybe isn't surprising. I think we're a little ahead of them in mission control, was it? We were spending a little bit more mission control than them. No, they're spending more mission control than I am. But the Academy isn't surprising. The Initiative must have a lot more base stuff than we do. Their number is also in orange. Orange, if I remember correctly, is they're over the mining limit. So they've got too many mines. They're paying extra for mines. And then the aliens are up at 40k. So yeah, the aliens, by raw fleet power metrics, can handle all of humanity's fleets at the same time if they wanted to come down like a hammer. Although we'd probably inflict some casualties on our heavy missile builds here would probably penetrate and get a few kills at least. And if they weren't decisive and followed up the shipyards, we can rebuild pretty quickly. But yeah, we're on the precipice of basically sweeping Earth and Mars orbits. And as far as our Earth and Mercury orbits, Mars we've just arrived at, and with those new docks, we should quickly bounce. Once we get that shipyard going, we should quickly bounce through Mars as well. There's not a lot in Mars orbit. The ground sites will actually be the tougher nut to crack, although the ground sites can all be taken with sufficient Marines. So we can just send in the Marines, take the place over. That's the plan.
At your service.
So I hope everyone has been enjoying. If you're watching on YouTube, there probably will be a part up tomorrow, if everything goes according to plan. If you're watching on Twitch, this is your last opportunity to leave comments while the stream is live. I'll push their ads back, because we're close enough to the end of the video that I don't think it's worth running them. Let me go over the schedule for the next couple days. So today was Terra Invicta. Tomorrow will be Darkest Dungeon. Thursday will be Songs of Six. I'm feeling like Thursday is going to be the last day we stream that city. It might not be the last day we stream Songs of Six. We may move to a different city. Friday will be Planet Crafter. Saturday we'll be back to playing this Terra Invicta. And hopefully we will actually sweep all three of those orbits, have significant control of Mercury, Earth, and Mars, and from there be in a good standing to win the game. Also in good standing to rapidly rocket up our science. I'd like to get up to 10k science. If I click back into the game here, we're at 4.8k science. We've got about half the science I would like to have. So I would like to have more science. We don't necessarily need a lot more multipliers. Right. I need more raw science. And the way to do that at some point will just be to dump resource campuses, resource universities on Mercury, probably. If we can reliably secure our orbits, that will be how we acquire science. That will almost certainly put us to a war at that point. So we need to be ready for the defensive battle at that point. Part of that is actually getting adamantine armor, so we can actually stack the armor high enough without it being absurdly expensive. Adamantine armor plus the rail guns means we can get some really chonky battleships to hold the spaceworks. And yeah, if you've got 10 battleships with a sufficient armor with ECM, they're going to penetrate the PD by focus firing ships, and your armor should hopefully hold up long enough that you can take a ship down. Is the plan. Or we can swap over to Lancers and we can do the neutrons, and the neutrons are also really good at getting rid of ships. I believe. I haven't tested the neutrons as much. But they also ignore armor, so if you hit hard enough, hit soon enough, you bring a lot of systems offline, and you make the enemy less likely to do damage. And unlike the railguns where you focus fire, the neutron lancers you can target all the enemies. So you just target one per enemy and very rapidly render them system dysfunctional. Is the plan. So yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, likely be a part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, as I said, this will be the last time you can get comments if you wanted to during the stream. After I bring the YouTube video to close, I'm going to save, do a refresh of the chat, bring the game to a close. Just a reminder, I'm streaming this live to Twitch under the username willcall100 and uploading the local recording to YouTube under the username willcall. Or no, streaming to Twitch under the username willcall, no 100, and uploading it to YouTube under the username willcall100. The Twitch bio should have a link to the YouTube, and if you're on the YouTube, it's the same username, just without the 100 at the end, on Twitch. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you can't wait to watch the part from tomorrow, you can probably sneak over to Twitch and watch it over there, because of the delay between the recording, which is done live on Twitch, and the uploading. This part should go live the day after the day that we streamed it. So, stream the next one. So if you liked what I just said was the schedule, and you want to watch those and you can't wait until they come live on YouTube, you can sneak over to Twitch and watch them on Twitch. So until next time, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and or stream, and bye for now.